Hi, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain. Forgive my voice, I'm a bit croaky this morning. Don't know what the matter is. Okay, quick tip today. Have you ever wanted to try and put a ribbon or card, paper, border, whatever it is, around the outside of your piece of card and actually miter the corners? Because if you do that, you get a really nice, neat finish. But have you found that difficult to do? Because if you have, keep watching. I'm going to show you how to do it. I have a piece of card here, and the first thing you need to do is to make sure that it is truly rectangular, that all your sides are as they should be. And the way to do that is to measure the diagonal points. If those two are the same, then you're set to go. If they're not, it's not going to work. Not well, anyway. Now, for the point of demonstration, I'm choosing this very non-sticky, removable pink tape because you can see it easily. So what you want to do is to take your strip of whatever it is that you're using, and before you do it, you must make sure that the strip you're using is exactly parallel, that you haven't got this slightly off either. If you've cut it yourself, make sure that one end is exactly the same measurement as the other end, because if it's slightly off, again, it doesn't work. It needs to be a rectangular strip. So take your strip a bit wider than the edge that you want to line up with. And if you're going to be using something that hasn't got any tackiness on it whatsoever, or is extremely tacky, if it's extremely tacky already, you've got a backing on it, just take the backing off of, say, about 1 inch in the middle. And what you want to do is you want to line it up with the top edge, assuming that you want it going on the inside, and leave it like that. And you go round the other sides and you do exactly the same thing, overlapping each one. Anyway, as I said, if you've got a non-sticky material, just put a dab of adhesive tape or glue on the center of each edge. Then the next bit is really simple. You lift up your corners together and you cut from the outer corner to the inner corner and just take off the extra pieces, and you'll find that you should have, as long as you've lifted them both up together, you should have a perfect join. Now, the reason I don't put any glue on, or I wouldn't put any glue on the edge pieces, is because one of them obviously is going to leave a trace of glue on the other if you do it, even if you use a temporary glue, unless you use one that can't be seen when it's dry. If you've got one that can't be seen when it's dry, you might get away with it. But if you don't, you're going to end up with glue remnants on your border, which is going to mess it up. Unless, of course, the border is so busy that you won't see it. And finally, that one. And there we go. We would have our frame border with perfectly mitered corners. Nice, neat, easy, and no measuring to be done. Now you might say, what happens if I have a piece that I want to put inside on the front of something else? If you have a piece that you want to frame inside but not to the edge of another frame, it's relatively simple. You take your piece that you're framing, you draw a line around it, and then you draw an interior offset line on the inside, interior, not exterior, making sure that your tape or whatever it is that you're using for your border is wider than this line, and making sure that each of these is the same width. And then you do the same thing again, lining your ribbon or your tape, whatever it is, up to the interior line. You put them around as you did before, just putting a dab of glue or adhesive in the center. and you go around till you have them all done, and then again you pick up the corner together and you snip that from outside to inside, and then you get your mitered edges. As in the case with the other one, when it's all done, you just put the adhesive on the rest of the tape and stick it down, and the job is done. This makes it slightly more difficult because you have the measuring to do in order to get this central to your card, if that's what you're after, and to make sure that these interior lines are the same width. So it is easier if you have it being put on an outside edge, but if you don't, it can still be done. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care now.